The first udon recipe is Katsu curry udon. We have introduced cutlet curry udon before, but today we have updated the recipe to make it even easier to make with simple ingredients. Today's cutlet uses pork fillet. It's also delicious with pork loin. Use any part of the meat you like. Sprinkle salt and pepper on both sides. Then dust with flour. Flour should be applied thinly. Prepare eggs to make batter. Today it's for one person, so you can use fewer beaten eggs. The rest will be used tomorrow to fry eggs. Add equal amounts of flour and egg. Add a little water. If you hassle to prepare eggs, you can use only flour and water. Mix thoroughly and make it about this consistency. Coat the meat thoroughly with this batter and then cover with panko. By the way, if you freeze them in this state, you can fry them right away even when you are short on time. Next, the soup is made. Today, the only ingredient is simply onions. Curry can ultimately be made with only onions. If you want to enjoy only curry udon without making cutlet, you can cut some meat and put it in here. Fry in a little oil. You can skip the stir fry and add water and simmer, but I think it tastes better with this step. It's okay to fry them over high heat and let them burn a little. For your information, detailed materials are listed in the description section. Also, please check the link My Tools and Seasonings for the seasonings used in the video. When the onions are somewhat softened, add water. Simmer while frying pork. Cook on low heat for 10 to 15 minutes if possible. Fry the pork over medium heat for 3 minutes on each side. If the meat is thick, it should be fried for about 4 minutes on each side. Being careful not to burn only the surface. Turn off the heat of the soup. Add curry roux. Use 1 piece per serving. Any brand of curry roux will do. I use Java curry. Add sake, soy sauce, mirin, sugar, and dashi powder. Stir until the curry roux is dissolved. The key is to add dashi broth. Add mentyu if you have it. In this case, just curry roux and mentyu are sufficient without adding soy sauce or other seasonings. When the roux is dissolved, cover and cook for about 2 minutes. Mix well. Add udon noodles here. This is both pre-boiled udon noodles. For frozen udon noodles, warm them lightly. For dried noodles, boil them in a separate pot and drain the water thoroughly before adding them. Simmer covered for 1 to 1.5 minutes. This can be done without, but a little milk is added at the end. This makes it creamy and very tasty, so I recommend it. This time, non-fat milk was used, but whole milk is of course fine. Soy milk would be fine. If you do not want to add milk, increase the amount of water. Mix well, bring to a light boil, and it's ready to serve. Once the milk is added, do not let it boil too much. Cut the cutlet. Normal curry requires a lot of ingredients and a long simmering time, but this is easy to make and satisfying, so I highly recommend it. Next, we will introduce the standard udon with tempura. This is a classic Japanese udon soup that goes well with any toppings. For the main topping, I make shrimp tempura, which both my husband and I love. This is wakame used as a topping. Dried wakame is softened in boiling water. I wash them lightly with water. Shrimp for tempura should be left with their tails attached to improve their appearance. You can remove the tail. Cut the tails at an angle like this and let the water out. Cut a slit in the belly of the shrimp so that it's as straight as possible. Remove the backs of the shrimp and clean them, then wipe them dry. A light dusting of flour will help the butter stick. The most important point when making tempura butter is to prepare very cold water. This will produce crispy tempura, so please prepare ice water. Place the flour and egg in the bowl, and add ice water. Mix so that a few lumps remain. By the way, there is also a way to make tempura butter without eggs. It can also be made crispy. Dip the shrimp in this tempura butter and fry in oil. This is optional, but you can use chopsticks or other tools to add a little more butter like this to create a crispier tempura. For shrimp this thick, just fry them for 2 minutes on each side, and they are ready to eat. Next, make udon soup. Put water in the pot. Add soy sauce, sake, sugar, and dashi powder. I only added half teaspoon by mistake, but a teaspoon for one serving would be more flavorful and tasty. Once well mixed, cover and bring to a boil. Once boiling, add udon noodles and warm for 2 to 3 minutes. Follow the package instructions. If you can get your hands on some mentsu, you can make this standard udon soup by simply mixing the mentsu with hot water as directed on the package. Tempura can be made with your favorite vegetable instead of shrimp. Finish by topping with wakame seaweed, green onion, kamaboko, and tempura. Next one is Tonkotsu style udon. I'm sure everyone is familiar with Tonkotsu ramen. I try to reproduce that tonkotsu soup easily at home. It's as good as real tonkotsu ramen. First, put the pork in the pot. I use pork belly, but you can use any part of the pork. Put grated garlic and ginger. I use the paste ones because they are easier, but if you have real garlic and ginger, make it grated. Add sake and soy sauce. The soup will be seasoned later, but it tastes better if the meat is seasoned first like this. Stir-fry pork until it changes color. Turn off the heat once. Add minced green onion if you have one. Pour water. Add chicken stock powder. Soy sauce. Sugar. And miso paste. Dissolve miso thoroughly before turning on the heat. Add udon noodles and cook over medium heat for 2 minutes. Stir gently and add milk. This is whole milk. Substitute low-fat milk or soy milk if desired. The key to making tonkotsu style flavor is to add this milk, miso, and garlic. Add As soon as the milk is heated up and comes to a light boil, turn off the heat. Taste and add a little salt if necessary. You can do without the toppings, but add a few green onions for a nice colorful touch. If you put red pickled ginger on top, it will look like Tonkotsu ramen. Tonkotsu ramen is delicious, but the udon version is also very tasty, so please give it a try. Next one is fluffy egg and tomato udon. Use your favorite vegetable in this recipe, or any leftover vegetable you have in your fridge. I will use onion and bok choy. Tomatoes and garlic go well together, so include this as well. After mincing the garlic, prepare the cilantro topping. This topping can be eliminated or substituted with parsley. Thinly slice the sausage as well. Chicken or pork could be used instead. Cut the bok choy into bite-sized pieces. Transfer the aroma of garlic to sesame oil. Then fry with onion. When the onions are slightly softened, add the sausage. Add the hard parts of the bok choy first and stir fry. Then add the leafy parts. Add water, chicken stock powder, soy sauce, sugar, don't forget salt and pepper, add udon noodles and tomato juice. You can add canned tomatoes instead of tomato juice. If you are adding canned tomatoes, you may want to add a little water to the mixture at the end, depending on how strong the flavor is. Cover and simmer for 2 minutes. Bring to a boil and then add beaten eggs. Stir gently and cook until eggs are set. After turning off the heat, add a little miso to taste. You can add a little salt and pepper to taste instead of miso. The egg makes it a little creamier and richer. Tomatoes and cilantro give this udon soup a refreshing taste. It's also very tasty with the cheese added at the end. Next one is miso simmered udon, called miso nikomi udon in Japanese. This is a local dish that uses this kind of dark reddish brown colored miso. Regular miso can be substituted, so please give it a try. Today I want to use cute carrots for the topping, so I will hollow them out into a flower shape. The rest is chopped and used as an ingredient for udon noodles. 5 slits were made to look like petals. If you can get green onions, which are called negi, please include them. Other kinds of green onion can be used, or if not available, onions. I recommend adding thin fried tofu, aburage, because it will absorb the miso balls that you will be making this time and make it very tasty. It's delicious with a little chicken if you have it, cut into small pieces. Although not included in this recipe, shiitake mushrooms and gobo are also popular. First, lightly cook the chicken in sesame oil. When the color changes slightly, add the carrots. Stir fry until carrots are slightly softened. Add green onion and fried tofu. Turn off the heat once and add the seasonings. Ordinary miso is made with rice koji, soybeans, and salt, but this miso is made with bean koji, which is koji made from soybeans and salt. It has a unique flavor and has a different delicious taste. Another characteristic of this miso is its suitability for stewed dishes. It's said that this miso does not lose its flavor even after simmering for a long time. It tastes better with added sweetness, so add mirin and a little sugar. Add water and dissolve miso thoroughly. Other type of miso can be used, of course. By the way, this miso already contains dashi, so you do not need to add it. If you use miso without dashi, add a teaspoon of dashi powder. Cook until carrots and green onions are tender. Add udon noodles and cook for about 2 minutes. Finally, crack in the egg and cook until the desired consistency is reached. I wanted to try to cook only the white part of the egg, so I used a ladle to pour boiling water over the egg white. Remove the eggs so that they do not fall apart when serving. Taste and add a little more soy sauce or salt if it seems a little thin. The rich umami miso broth is the best. The last one is Dandan style udon. Although it seems to have been originally created in China, Dandan noodles is a noodle dish with creamy, spicy sesame-based broth that has developed its own unique flavor in Japan. This is often made with ramen noodles, but it's also delicious with udon noodles. This recipe is so simple and easy that you can try it right away. Finally, chop the green onion. I used all the green onions I had left over in the fridge, but you can use half this amount for one person. I have extra Chinese cabbage to add. Substitute bok choy, carrots, onions, or any other vegetable you like. Bok choy topping is the standard when it comes to dandan noodles. Cook lightly in the microwave. You can also boil them in boiling water for 1 minute. Put the minced green onions in the pot. Add grated garlic, ginger, Dandan, and sesame oil. Fry lightly. This combination has a really nice aroma. By the way, if you don't have Dandan, try mixing these together to make it. Add ground pork. Stir fry the meat until it changes color. Add Chinese cabbage and stir fry lightly. Turn off the heat once and add the seasonings. Add ground sesame, chicken stock powder, miso paste, soy sauce, sake, and sugar. Add water and dissolve miso. Cover and bring to a boil. Add udon noodles and cook over medium heat for 2 minutes. Add milk. This is whole milk. Substitute low-fat milk or soy milk if desired. As soon as the milk is heated up and comes to a light boil, turn off the heat. Finally, top with bok choy and drizzle with rayu. It may look similar to tonkotsu soup, but it has a completely different, slightly spicy, rich umami flavor, so be sure to give it a try. Thank you so much for watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel. If you are already a subscriber and would like to support our channel, please join our membership. Membership feedback will be reflected in content creation. See you in the next video.